Can we start the meeting with the pledge, please? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Call, please.
Ms. Little? Here. Mr. Nagy?
Here.
Mr. Villalobos is absent. Mr. Caper?
Present.
Mr. Stick?
Here.
Mr. Brittingham?
Here.
Mr. Wilkening?
Here.
Mr. Mager?
He's on vacation.
Absent. Mr. Becker?
Here.
Mr. Austin?
Present. You forgot me.
And Mr. Carnahan?
Here.
Sorry.
Shouldn't see what you're checking. Here.
It went straight to the next.
Public comment? Public comment twice? Public comment 3 times? If none, I'll proceed. Approval of the minutes of public meeting September 25th, 2024.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second Martin.
Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Little? Yes. Mr. Nagy?
Yes.
Mr. Caper?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Stick?
Yes. Number 2, VIPS report.
Yeah, I'll be doing the report. Tim couldn't make it tonight, so business as usual for BIPS. It would appear, everybody appears to be getting their hours. It looks like what he has down for September, he has a total of 50 hours combined with the VIPS members and their participation in things in town. Outside of that, we'll have, VIPS will be out for Halloween control and probably trunk or treat as well, right? Yeah.
Okay.
What are the hours for Halloween?
5 to 7. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Thank you.
And it's posted, social media, town page, all that. And pretty standard for most of the towns to have those hours.
Okay, thank you. So we'll go to police department, report number 3, communications.
Yeah, so, kind of, the picture kind of goes along with it, but it's on our social media page. It was a nice, thank you. Jake Hupenthal's children go to St. Mary's at Crown Point, and they asked for his presence there, so he and Canine Johnny went to the school to visit with the kids there the last week of September to talk about the police officers department and Johnny. They received goodie bags, took a photo, which is there, and they sent us a thank you card with a photo as well. So it was very nice to get that. And,
Yes, that is nice.
You got to see it to appreciate it. So it's on our social media page if anybody's interested. And then also we had another thank you. There's been a lot of memorial rides, and specifically this particular Veterans Memorial motorcycle ride, which was rather large. We assisted Cherville PD, so I got a thank you from the chief there, thanking us and the VIPS, mostly, for assisting September 29th with that ride. Yeah, it was pretty lengthy, and as always, our VIPS was there to help with traffic. And
was that the one with the SWAT coming through town?
no, that was the ride for the fallen officer from Newton County.
Okay.
There's been a lot of rides and a lot of different things for the Newton County officer as well.
Okay, thank you.
Finances number 4.
End of the year, but still pretty standard stuff. Again, as usual, a lot of vehicle maintenance items. We don't have the town mechanic anymore, so we never did switch over because he was new, and so now we're, back to relying on, private businesses for repairs to our vehicles, and that, for everybody, that is just getting very expensive, so. Vehicle repairs, we're still well within our budget. We did some transfers, but still within the budget. I don't see anything out of the ordinary except some vehicle repairs. And any questions on any particular items?
Any news from our new vehicles yet?
Yeah, we're gonna cover that, but we can
Okay.
cover it now.
Okay.
No news. No good news. They're still sitting at the outfitter. They haven't even started on them because they're swamped, and they are also experiencing, supply shortages and workers.
Wow.
But we got into the game late as well with the delivery of our cars, which is never a good thing, with the outfitter. And they had like 110 cars on the list before we even got there.
Wow.
And, that didn't help. And so we're probably not gonna see them at least till the end of November.
Wow.
We desperately need them. I mean, it's misleading to see the cars we have parked here. But those cars are way past their service. They're, I don't like to use the word junk, but they're certainly
Past their prime?
past their prime. And if we, we're keeping them just in case, some of them are pool cars when other cars are down. But that means they sit a lot. When the new cars come in, I'm going to look to auction off a lot of these cars that are really, that's the only thing they're good for is the auction. But unfortunately, that also has a problem because somebody has to remove the equipment, strip the decals off them. The decal stripping in itself is a big job, and if we pay somebody to do it, it's expensive. So nothing's easy. Even getting rid of a car is easy. It's easy to auction it on gov deals, but it's not easy to get it ready for the auction. But that's what we're gonna do when the new cars come in, is unload on some of these worn out vehicles and keep what we can that's good for emergencies and pool cars and backup. We don't even have a car in there that's decent enough to give to VIPs. We transferred an Explorer to them, a 2016 Explorer, but even that was after the water pump and engine repairs to that before we even were able to do that. So we're just, like everybody else, we're trying to keep our head above water with everything, so.
Okay, staffing, number 5.
Yeah, so Milan's graduation is the 15th, let me make sure. Yep, he is graduating November 15th at 1 p.m. at the Valparaiso University in their chapel. Very excited about that. So once he graduates, we'll get him back for his final field training. He'll be back on the road, which we desperately need. So, Officer Pennington is still out, suffering from his injuries from his being rear-ended.
So it was worse than what we originally
Well,
thought?
it's just lingering. So he's out still at least till the end of the month, but that's strictly, that's working well. The doc, it's 100% their call. Officer Dills is on maternity, well, she's not on maternity leave, she's on light duty. She will be on maternity leave. So she's gonna be out for an extended period of time. And after she has the baby, she may even consider some personal time off.
So, does she do any kind of work in the station?
Yeah, she's on light duty, she's working, she's strictly on station. She's not, she doesn't drive a police car, she's
Right.
not doing anything like that. So strictly station work. for as long as she can. We'll always accommodate for that capacity. There is stuff for her to do, and she does do outstation reports and stuff like that as well. That's about it. And so staffing for us, I know you don't need to hear it, but clearly we're down officers to begin with. Obviously, we're down from not hiring, but now we're down from other reasons, and I'm considerably concerned about the first of the year, because even though there's nothing official, there's a very high likelihood of at least one officer retiring. So next year could be, beginning of next year could be a really big challenge for us. As it is right now, we can't afford to lose even one more officer. Keep our staffing where it needs to be. So hopefully we can at least get over this hiring process in the middle of right now and consider what we need to do for the first of the year.
Okay. Number 6, training report.
So end of the year training usually kind of picks up because it is the end of the year, and we try to get as much done as we possibly can. So we had for September, child abuse and neglect. It was the whole PD on that. Hazmat first responder training, again, whole PD. These are all, what I'm listing off now is the in-service Police One Academy online training. So all of this is online training. Hazmat first responder, human trafficking 1 and 2, recognizing and responding to domestic violence, and vehicle safety. So that's all the online training that we do every year. We did some more training on that Ben's Blue Bag for the autism, if you remember the presentations that we did here. So we had quite a few officers in on that training so that we can carry and issue the bags in the event that we come in contact with anyone suffering from autism. We had 2 units on drug interdiction and traffic stops. IDAX recertification for 1 officer, field sobriety training for another. He was an instructor. School training or unification training for our 2 SROs. We have the fire instructor's qual again for Rupithal, which he is now a firearms instructor. Tactical vehicle combat training for unit SWAT training. And the toximeter recertification for 2 officers. So that's training for September.
Sounds like you're busy. Okay, you already talked about number 7, so we can...
You know, I think I'm looking at 2 different things here. I apologize. Can I go back?
Sure.
Well, that's actually October though, so we did a lot of defensive tactics training, but that'll be October's training. Myself and Sarah went to a SAFE annual kickoff meeting up in Hammond. It was a decent presentation, but it's an annual meeting that's required to be a participant in grants. So myself and Sarah went to that. Sarah takes care of most of the SAFE stuff, so I just went with her. Sarah also did some Franciscan Health Solutions for Employees training last month as well. So sorry, it's not on our training report because it's different training. All right, I'm done with that now.
Okay, I guess the only thing, update on Pennington's vehicle.
It's going good, looking good, so we'll probably have that back before the 4 new vehicles.
Yeah.
Did I send you guys a picture of the vehicle? I saw it in the shop.
Which one was?
Is the one that got hit on 41.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if I sent it to the town council, but
Yeah, he's got the, drivetrain underneath all put back together, and so now it's just mostly body work and stuff, but
put new tires on it.
when I look at stuff like that, it just amazes me that it can be fixed. I can't comprehend.
A lot of hours spent on that,
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Actually,
Lots
a
of time.
miracle to me to see that stuff get fixed. But it's coming along, so we'll be in good shape there. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to number 8, monthly activity report.
All right, so we are, for the year, we're at, for calls for service, we're at 9,351. On our traffic stops for September, 236. For our warnings for the month, we had 220. For our citations, we had 124. For law incidents, we had 596 for September. For our arrests, we had 22. For the rest, offense analysis, 25. Ordinances, I'm sorry, there's several pages in on this iPad, it's different. So ordinance warnings for September, we had 23 warnings. For our ordinance citations for the month, we had 59 citations. What am I missing there? Apologize, the breakdown's not in there, but that's okay. Yeah, we're good.
Protecting canine heroes.
That's kind of next month.
Okay.
I mean, it's an October thing. Yeah, we went, I mean, it's on here, but it's really kind of an October thing.
Okay,
Just went
that's
to it.
fine.
I'll save it for next month.
And then how about the B, media releases?
Yeah, I did the media release. I mean, it's out there for the, electric bicycle, the high
Right.
school student that was struck over off the parish, off the Beacon. Fortunately, it was a serious but minor crash. Could have been a lot worse. So, yeah, just because I did the media release on it,
Right. That's kind of nice.
bring it up, you know, so, yeah.
And then we don't have anything on Lexipol,
We do
correct?
not, but there probably could, possibly will have just some minor updates
Okay.
next month.
And do you have anything for other?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Fire department communications?
As of right now, I don't have anything,
On communications?
as of last month, but I will in the near future here.
Okay. Number 12, finances, purchases.
Okay, so you have the expenditure report in front of you, if there's any questions on it.
The one that, where was that at? The alterations, putting patches and whatever, McQueen equipment. It was like.
Oh, that's for the,
was-
the new bunker gear that we bought?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it was like $1,400.
Yeah, 'cause they gotta put the names and all the, labels on the backs of it.
And do you guys, have a plunger down there?
A plunger?
You
Yeah.
see that you had to have a plumber come out? I would suggest.
Unfortunately, the old plumbing in that building doesn't hang.
I would
hang on
suggest
very
if you
well.
don't have a plunger, you should buy one.
Well, we do have plungers.
Okay.
We only call a plumber when it's definitely necessary.
Okay,
Although, I do know a plumber.
you do.
When it gets plugged up next time, I'm calling you.
I'll bring you over to Roder.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, let me do that, do we have a motion to accept the finances?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Little?
Yes.
Mr. Nagy?
Yes.
Mr. Caper?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Stick?
Yes. Thank you. Number 13, expenditure reports and grants.
I have no expenditure report as far as what I'm requesting from the, Board of Safety to purchase right now. We'll have in the future a few things. And also the, grant, we did not receive the air pack grant. We were rejected.
How far did we make it down?
We made it all the way to the final round,
Wow.
basically, yeah.
How many,
There was only a few in the state of Indiana that actually got grants this year from the FEMA, or the Fire Act grant, so a handful, I remember, I think like 6 or 7, so.
so that would be like a nationwide?
It's nationwide, there's like, that's
Lot
a
of-
chief monitor question you wrote,
lot
right,
of,
but yeah, you're talking about close to $1 billion for every single fire department in the country. And there's that for staffing, and so we did not receive the grant this year, and of course, they encouraged us to write it again next year, which we will continue to do. So hopefully we get the nod on one of them.
Okay, for staffing, tonight we interviewed a gentleman for a volunteer, Kyle Caves. Can we have a motion to accept Kyle as a volunteer?
So moved.
Who wants to
Charlie
second?
did it first. I'll second it.
So who made the motion second?
I did.
Charlie,
And then Barb, you seconded?
yeah.
Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Little?
Yes.
Mr. Nagy?
Yes.
Mr. Caper?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Stick?
Yes. And we interviewed a gentleman for a full-time firefighter's position.
I'll make that motion, yes.
Okay, we got a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll make the second.
Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Little?
Yes.
Mr. Nagy?
Yes.
Mr. Caper?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Stick?
Yes.
And for the record, you want to announce who the person is?
Danny
Mizek.
Mizek.
Okay.
And can I ask
Volunteer.
the liaisons, I talked to you, and you had said that Nick was the person that you're gonna have a special meeting?
On, November 7th, Thursday, November 7th at 5.
Is there any way possible that you can get these 2 items, on the agenda for that night?
I'll talk to Nick.
Mr. Poggi.
Chuck will do that.
The full-time person that the Board of Safety just approved to be able to start immediately because he has, he's coming from the Hammond Fire Department and has already been through the PERF process, so it'd just be a transfer. So that's why I'm asking the council graciously just to put one thing on the actual agenda for that night for the fire department, if you could approve them. That way we can start working him as soon as the clerk treasurer's office is able to switch the paperwork over.
So you just want the full-timer,
If you could ratify the volunteer as well, because that way I can get him signed up for the academy, which starts in January.
The full-timer would be the one that would take the precedence, but if you can do
Yeah.
both, that would be fine. Appreciate
I'll ask
it.
him.
Okay?
And then the volunteer would have to start in the academy in January, so we'll have to wait for him to get through the academy. He's currently a BP Amico firefighter and lives in Cedar Lake.
Okay, we're gonna need a motion to amend the agenda. We have 2 resignations. So can I have a motion to amend the agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
So moved.
Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Little?
Yes.
Mr. Nagy?
Yes.
Mr. Caper?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Stick?
Yes. Okay, we have a resignation from Jose Bergen. He's tendered his resignation as a full-time firefighter. And the letter doesn't say it, but Fire Chief Wilkening said that he wanted to come back
Part-time.
part-time. Okay, we all,
I texted him, he said he would tender that, another letter stating that.
okay. And then we have an amended, letter from, Zachary Bailey that he's resigning from his position as a full-time firefighter, paramedic, and, that he would also like to come back part-time. So can I have a motion to accept their resignations and to, accept them back as, part-time personnel?
I'll second that.
Who made the motion?
I did.
Larry?
Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Littles?
Yes.
Mr. Nagy?
Yes.
Mr. Caper?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Six?
Yes.
To discuss that as well, that does help us. The one full-time paramedic, Zach, that's resigning, that, him coming back and working for us as a paramedic part-time, which is with as many hours as he can get from us, which is gonna be scheduled-wise, opens up a full-time spot for somebody else. His wife works for the government, and there's a possibility he may have to move sometime soon. The second one is taking a job full-time at Michigan City. Jose Pagaren.
Okay, number 15, training report.
Chief Munger sent the training report over, and I don't see it in here.
We have it.
You have it? Because,
But
well,
we
it's
have,
on the
he
computer.
didn't send last month, so maybe this is last.
Last month wasn't done yet.
So this is just September's. We don't have August.
Can we do it next month? He's on vacation, so.
Do you have, this in front of you, Todd, where?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can
Well, we can get
expound on that,
this, well,
yeah.
we can get this out of the way.
Okay, August, training logs was 169 hours logged, or 169 trainings logged, hours by categories, you can see the hours. The training report, administrative hours, driver, operator, EMS, fire officer, firefighter, hazmat, safety, and special ops training, was also logged in at 208 hours. The 24 total incidents, I'll go into the incident system right there, is that okay? Right now, we're at, for August was 213 calls, 80% were EMS, 13% were fire, and 7% was PI crashes, which resulted in 10. We're just drawing all.
You have a music turner.
Yeah. Oh, boy. It's all right. Thank you for doing it, because that one won't switch over. It's an old one. All right, there we go, there we go. Once again, going to the overlapping incidents, we're at 54, for the month of August, September, and then 13 at 3 per shift, and we actually had 5 incidents that had 5 calls at one time. And the breakdown, Saturday is becoming our really busy day now, which usually happens in the summer and also in the fall. And 7 o'clock in the morning seems to be the busiest time as well. Overall, as far as calls for the year, we are at 1,445 calls for, that's to the end of August. That doesn't include September, October. Well, October's not done yet, but September, you'll get that number next month. Any questions?
Oh,
Appreciate it.
thank you. 16, equipment.
We have no purchase of any new equipment, just apparatus, some apparatus repairs. We have all 3 ambulances back in service and have for a while. We're happy about that. And back to our rotation with the 261 and 62. There was some minor work done to, engine 12, which is the township truck, and the ladder truck had a blown seal. We're figuring out if there's another issue with that truck, but it should be something minor.
Did you figure out why that seal was, is it like a fresh, why was it?
Yeah, they're supposed to get us a different, seal for it. I think it was the wrong seal that was being put in it. But nobody wants to work on our ladder truck because it's, HME doesn't cooperate real well with people when it comes to working on our truck, so they're not easy to get hold of.
Okay, 17 monthly activity,
I just read that.
okay, that's fine. Lexipol, Sandy gave us 13 policies. Have you had a chance to read?
I have, and all, the summary is all on the right side that you received with
I
the
saw all that.
Okay.
So what did you think about changing the name of chief?
I didn't.
So there's some of those things that actually I think that you need to research.
Okay. I do too.
There's some, and
That's why I wanted to meet with you guys so we could sit down and talk about it. We didn't do that.
so you've got did all the research?
Yeah. So, could we set up a meeting, or we can go
A
through
lot of,
then?
yeah, we'll have to set up a
Okay,
meeting,
good.
because a lot of those are from Indiana, which
Yep.
we need to talk
There are.
about that.
I
Okay,
was hoping we could get a committee meeting before this meeting done, so we could discuss things, but,
we can't,
Everything was
there's
going crazy
nothing
with you guys,
really earth-shaking on that
okay.
they won't do that.
That'd be great if we could do that, I appreciate it.
Okay, we did that. Motion to accept the fire department's report.
I'll make that.
Fire department report or the Lexipol policy update?
Yeah,
But this is under
Okay.
Lexipol.
I stand corrected.
Sorry.
Table it, please. Can it be tabled?
Defer it.
Review them?
I
Defer it.
Defer it? That's another good word, Bob.
So we'll defer, the Lexipol until next month. Do we need a vote to do that? No?
Not to defer.
Okay. Have any other, Chief?
I don't. I do have a 2-minute executive session. That's all.
Mr. Austin, you have anything?
This is a public meeting.
We'll be meeting after tonight.
I have a report.
Anything from the council liaisons?
No. I have executive.
Okay. New building update.
All the furniture has been put in the fire station. I know the police department's been done for a little while. But we got 99% of everything in the fire station now. I think there's a few things we're waiting on, but that's about it. I know they're doing some, site work and,
I toured both facilities, it looks beautiful
yeah,
inside.
they're very nice, aren't they, Bob?
And,
You guys did a good job.
and, the paramedics, beds and stuff, they don't wanna be over there, they wanna be over here.
Yeah. I know. Hopefully we'll get them over here,
Yeah.
so.
And for other, we'll be meeting in executive session with the police and fire. And, Councilperson Dixon, do you have time to join us? You're invited. Public comment?
Actually, I just want to pop in under one of the others.
Go ahead.
Do we need to mention that we're discussing changing the November meeting date?
No, I need to talk to them first
Okay.
before we do that.
Okay.
We don't want to step on our toes.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure, just making sure.
Public comment once. Public comment, okay, here comes twice.
I just wanted clarification on the monthly report. So you meet the fourth Wednesday of the month, and we're behind a month. You did August report and no September report.
On fire.
That wasn't overlooked. Yeah, on fire, yeah.
Well, that's because Nick missed getting the ones done for our,
Training ones, yeah.
For last month, and then we don't have them again this month.
correct.
Okay, thank you.
Public comment 3 times. I hereby I declare this meeting adjourned.